How's it going, everybody? It's been a long time since I've done a video, but I have this laptop here that was my wife's, and she poured coffee into the keyboard, and I didn't get the extended warranty on it, so it destroyed it, and so I bought her another one. But then my grandson, or our dog, we don't know which one, put pressure on the lid and broke the screen. So I had already taken this apart. This is her old computer, and I got the hard drive out of it to get the data off of that hard drive. But what I did is I had to take the screen off of her old computer and put it on her computer, her new computer, because the screen got broken here recently, and I thought, well, I'm going to shoot a video because this is one of the newer ASUS gaming computers, and maybe it helps somebody out there. So we're going to take it apart, and I'm going to show you how I swapped out the screen from her new computer onto this old, and put it back on this old computer. This is the broken screen here, but I'm just going to open it up and show you how I did it, so that if anybody out there needs to open one of these things up, they can. So here we go. Okay, here's the back of the computer here, and so we're going to begin taking this thing apart, and I'll show you how I did it. I'm going to start with a small Phillips screwdriver, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws on the outside, and then one screw right here in the center, in the bottom. And this one I almost forgot. When I first did this, I took out these screws here and then tried to get it apart, and it wouldn't come apart because of that screw. So anyway, let's go. We're gonna get these out and get these screws out of here. Don't make sure you don't lose your screws, because I did lose a couple when I took this apart a few months ago to get the hard drive out of there, and I don't know what happened to it. So when these corners of shorter screws go in on these edges here, this one right here for some reason doesn't want to come up out of there for some reason. There we go. Okay, now I got a very small flathead right here, screwdriver, and I'm gonna start trying to pry this. It comes apart right in here. This is where I'm going to be able to get the screwdriver in to pry it up. Just kind of stick it in there and turn it a little bit. And once you get it started, your bottom will start coming off of this thing. Get it to where you guys can see that. So I'm going to start right in this corner. I've already pried it up a little bit. Just start kind of working your way around it. Going to keep pressure on the, there it goes. Yeah, it comes right off like that. So we got the bottom off. So anyway, I'm going to turn it around here. You can see your heat sinks. There was a part on here that I forgot to put back on, but anyway, this is a kind of a flap that goes like this in there. So you'll have to peel that off. It's got some sticky stuff right here that you'll have to put that back on. Don't forget that. And then we're going to take out these screws in these hinges here. These are the hinges to the lid that has a screen in it. So you'll take these screws out, maybe put them in a separate spot so you remember where they're at. Get you a better look at these hinges. And these are the hinges right here. You got to take those screws out. If you swap out the entire screen with the bezel and everything, doesn't take very long to swap them out. Okay, then you got this cable that comes through here and goes around this heat sink and fan, and it's plugged in right here. And there's a plastic piece here that you're going to have to flip up to get this cable loose. So you just take your very small flathead screwdriver and flip that up, and it doesn't take too much to flip it up, and be careful not to damage this ribbon cable that goes in there. Okay, I've got it flipped up, and now the cable is just going to come loose, and then this lid with the screen in it should come right off there, but you gotta flip the computer all the way up. So you're going to open it up, and I forgot, these hinges got to come all the way up. Take them all the way up and back a little bit, and then flip this up, and then it'll just kind of unhook. And there we go. We've got the screen separated from the main computer with the main board and everything in it. And this is the culprit, and this is the broken one that I took off of my wife's new computer. And you can see that there's a spot right, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you can see where it's had gotten pressure on it, and it just made the whole screen just wig out. So anyway, so I just took the screen and the entire screen and just swapped it out. So it wasn't too difficult. The main thing that I had trouble with was figuring this this piece of plastic right here that flips up to get that ribbon cable disconnected. But that was really the most difficult thing I had with it. Doesn't take very long to do this. So I'm going to put it back together now. Put it back together, you just take and flip, just put this kind of straight up. You know, I'm going to turn this around so you can see that. I'm going to make sure this cable's kind of in here like that, so it's inside the computer. And then you just kind of put it all the way up like that, and then bring it down. Now I'm going to flip it back around this way. Then you just take the hinges and make sure this cable winds around here, and there's some clips that goes around this fan here. You just get that kind of tacked in those clips. It kind of goes over 2 tabs here, and then tucks under a piece of plastic here and under this piece of plastic. And then you'll just flip the hinges back in its place and put the screws back in. And this screw here you got to leave out, because that's part of the screw that puts the bottom back on. And there's a screw that goes through the bottom and attaches the bottom there. And then this, I think it's this screw right here that you leave out. Let me look. You can just look at put the bottom kind of on there and see which screw you got to leave out. Yeah, it's this one right here. This is the one you got to leave out. And you also got to be mindful of static discharge from your body. You're going to need to ground yourself on something so that you don't, because these internal components, the main board and stuff, are real sensitive to static discharge. So you're going to want to ground yourself on a piece of metal or something so that you don't destroy your computer. Oh, I got to put the ribbon cable on. So anyway, next you got to put the ribbon cable back together. So after you've got it threaded around this this fan, so it just kind of slides in there, and you don't want to force it. You just get it to where it slides in there like that, and then you take that tab and flip it back down like that, and now it's attached and connected. So you're ready to go now. So now I'm going to put this piece back on there. It kind of shields some of the components. So it's got some adhesive on it already. And then you put your bottom back on. And remember, these are your fan ports. So it goes in the back here. Just kind of line it up, and then it kind of snaps back in place. It'll snap back in place, and then you put your screws back in. So we'll do that now. I can't remember if I mentioned the model, but this is the model FX706H Tough Game ASUS Tough gaming computer laptop. Of course, I'll put that probably in the description of this little job in the video, so that you guys will know what model number this is. But this might apply to other models too of ASUS, so it might help other people who've got different models computers. And remember, we left those screws out in this spot here from the hinge. These shorter ones go up here. So anyway, that's all there is to swapping the screen out. So if this is a good screen, this laptop will be ready to go. So anyway, that's how I did that. That's how I swapped the screen out. I just thought, maybe it might help somebody out there that might have to do something like this. So I hope that maybe this video might help somebody who's got this same computer and be able to fix their computer if they have to. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll get some more videos up, because it's been a long time. So we'll talk to you next time.